Hello developers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sunny and today in this video we will be building a simple post list in Angular using a data service and HTTP client. So today we will learn how to fetch data from an API and display it in a table using observables. So let's get started. So first of all we need to create a data service that will handle all the API calls and data operations. So we will need to import the required modules. We will need to import http client from @angular http angular common http for making http request, and we will need of observables from rxjs for managing dynamic data. We will also need to create an interface called ipost, and we will need to use of a http client properly to working with http client module, and then we will need to call the api in our component, and with the help of a binding we will displaying a record in our template file. So let's start. So I will be using the same component, first component, for displaying list, and instead of a data service, uh, I will be using a data service. So let's start out. So what we need, first of all, let me tell you, we are going to use this for getting data. So on the basis of it, we need to declare one interface. So let's call it interface I posts. I already have created a sample in my local, so I will be uh, doing copy paste instead of creating from scratch everything. So like this one. So why this user ID number, title string, body string? The reason is, if you look on this example, user ID and ID are numbers, and title and body both are string. So according to the this format, I'm creating my interface. So I created. Now I need to hit API. So let's assume I'm going to name it get posts, like this one. Then I need to I need a HTTP for making the I need a HTTP client for making the HTTP requests. So here need to declare a I need to create a constructor, and then private HTTP. Let's name it HTTP and HTTP client. This dot HTTP dot get, and we can pass this URL in my call. And similarly, by looking on this example which I already created previously, so that here I use most of the time for explanation, I post, and this one like array. So we can understand what we did. In the constructor, we injected the HTTP client to make API calls, and then we created a method called getPost, which will use HTTP client dot get method to fetch the list of posts from the API, and it will be returning an observable uh, containing an array of posts. So let's see if it's working. No, it's not working. It's saying no provided for HTTP client. So we need to fix it. So what we need to do, as we are using standalone components in an application, as this is a application of Angular 19, so make the HTTP client working properly, we need to configure it in the application configuration file. So what we need here, we need to update our app config file. So we need to go here, and here we need to configure it. Provide HTTP provide, yeah, this one, HTTP client, and like this. So we configured provide HTTP client module from at the rate, and we imported it from at the rate Angular common HTTP and added in my configuration under provider. So this error should be fixed now. Yeah, I think this one is fixed. The error which you are seeing in screen, it might be a different error actually. So let's restart, clear the screen so it look better. Okay, and then after it, the next thing is to call the function from the service in our component. So now, as I have created this function get post, I will be calling it in my component. So you can see we already have injected service in constructor. So what we need here, like this one, uh, in line number 47, we are calling the service, and similarly we need to uh, call the method for the get post on ng init. So I will be again doing copy paste. I already have created it. So I will be declaring a observable here, like this one, and I post, I can import it. I should be able to import it. Cannot find post. Let's I post. Okay, so let's export it. Here we need to export, and then I think I will be able to import it now. I post, yeah, like this one, and observable I need to import from RxJS, so we can use it. Then after it, we can make a call to the API like this dot post is equal to this dot data service dot get posts. And why this is giving error, type wide is not assignable to type observable I post. We need to return here, I think. Yeah, you can see the error is gone. uh Now let, okay, now we can go to our first component file. So I already have created this sample code. Post, this is just a heading. After it I created a table, and after it I created this for loop at the rate 4, which is a new syntax for Angular 19, and then post of this one post as asynchronous, and data is coming as we are making a asynchronous request. Then track by post dot id, we are using this track, but in fact let's not use it for now. And after it, whatever will come in the variable post, we are using it to show our data in line number 22, 22, 23, and 24. So you can see we are using this ngFor directive to loop through each post and display the user ID, and title. And we are using the async pipe to automatically subscribe to the observable and render the data. And to optimize the performance, we can implement trackby function also. But in this example, I'm not going to do it, as I just want to explain you how can we call the services. So that's it, how we have successfully created Angular data service and a fetch post from any API, and for loop must have track expression. I think we still need track expression, post or post asynchronous, the track by post ID. Okay, we can do it. We are using this one, post.id, uh, or we can use anything. We can use maybe post title as well. Yes, you can see now, we can see the listing of posts in our screen. So guys, this is how we can make asynchronous calls in the Angular 19. And so if you found this video to be helpful, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for most amazing coming Angular tutorials. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I will be pushing this code in Git, and I will be sharing the repository link in the description. So thank you.